Hi, today I'm going to talk to you about how to assemble a flute. First, you have three parts of a flute: the foot joint, the body, and the head joint. We're going to start with the foot joint and the body. What you're going to do is going to put it on and line it up so that the bar here is in line with these keys. You don't want the bars to be together because then your pinkies will not be able to reach these pinky keys. You're also going to take the head joint and line it up here on the front so that the end, the part where you're aiming your air, is lined up with the keys as well. Now you have assembled a flute.
Hi, I'm going to talk to you about flute posture and how to hold the flute. You first want to sit on the edge of your chair with your body at a 45-degree angle to the right. And when you're holding the flute, you have three contact points. The first one is on below your lip where the flute meets your lips. The second one is the inside of your left index finger is going to come where you put pressure between these first two little keyholes. And your thumb's just going to rest back there for the B and C sharp key. Okay, and then your left thumb will be right, like you're pinching the flute with your first index finger and your thumb. And that's how you hold the flute. And to bring it up to your body, you're going to put that third contact point on your lip. And you're going to have like a 15-degree angle with your head to the flute. But you don't want it to be ridiculously high or ridiculously low, just at a comfortable angle.
So I'm here to discuss flute embouchure. And when we're talking about flute embouchure, we want to have a relaxed ooh sound. And when we say ooh, we want to make sure that everything comes together, like ooh. You want to think about your hands closing. So when we put that on the tone hole, you want to cover half of the tone hole with the bottom lip and think about blowing through a straw or blowing across a straw. You're going to have a very relaxed embouchure. So when we put that on the flute, it's going to sound like this.
Hi, so I'm going to talk to you about tone production and articulation. So first for the tone, what we're going to think about is making the embouchure that Ward was talking about, the ooh in the small hole, and we're going to think about making a fast stream of air coming through as we're doing it. So we're going to hold out our hands, and we're going to just think about blowing fast air onto our hand, making the embouchure. So ooh. You feel how controlled it is where you can almost aim on a spot on your hand, and that's what you want to look for when you're blowing the tight air. So now when you do that, when you're blowing it into the flute, the tone hole, you're going to aim your air downward. Think of it like that, because if you do it too straight, then it's just going to go straight across the mouthpiece and it's not going to do much. So you want to aim it into the flute. So let's try that and just make a sound. So you hear how high pitched that is. That's the kind of sound that you want to make. So now, applying that to articulation, what we're going to do is we're going to take our hand, we're going to press it up against the opening at the end, and we're going to hear an overtone. And it's stopping the air from going through the flute. And that's what you want to think about when articulating, is stopping the air and then letting it go back through. So we're just going to do this motion. So here you're getting the overtones. That's what you want to think about when articulating, is just stopping the air like that. So what you do is when you articulate is you do a ta sound. And what it is you're taking the tip of your tongue and you're placing it where the gum and the back of your teeth meet up behind, and you're going to go ta, 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 ta. You don't want to articulate too hard, so you're going ta, ta, where it's just really heavy, but you just want to think light. Ta, 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 ta. So you're going to do that and just cut off the air as you're playing. So that's what you do. So now we're just going to do a straight, like, quarter note motion. So now we're going to put it on the flute and try playing a note. So we're going to play a D, which is going to be first two, and then 3, and your octave key. That's what you do. You want to make sure while you're playing that you breathe really deep from low so you're getting good air support, because a lot of your air is not going to go in the flute, but it's just going to hit and miss and go everywhere. So you want to make sure that you have a lot of air to use. So we're going to do that, make sure that we're breathing deep. And that's your tone and articulation.
I'm now going to show you how to disassemble a flute. When you disassemble any woodwind instrument, you do it in the opposite direction. So now we're going to take off the head joint and immediately put it back in the case so you don't break it or drop it. Now you're going to take off the foot joint from the body. And you have now disassembled a flute.